Okay, welcome to another episode of the Role Models Podcast. Today we're here with Tonio Skits.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great.
You're out here in Canada. You said you've been here a few times. You loving it over here?
I do. I enjoy Toronto. I do.
Okay.
I like it out here.
You like the weather?
Well, this is my first time being in the cold, but this was really not really cold.
Yeah.
5 degrees, 6 degrees.
Yeah, we're having a really mild winter this year. So, yeah, come here like 3 years ago this same time. Brr,
Yeah.
freezing cold. A lot of Americans actually don't know a lot about Toronto or Canada in general. They just assume like it's a cold place.
Yeah.
They never come visit. So, you telling them now that it's not just a cold place, I feel like
This is weather same as New York. I was born and raised in New York, so it's the summers out here just like the way it is in New York. The winter, I think the weather's a little more brutal here.
Yeah.
Because you guys are more north, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think about like the creative scene in Toronto right now, or in Canada as a whole?
I enjoy the creative scene musically. I like what's going on here with music. I'm doing music here, and I've been dabbling with a lot of Afro beats, and I like it out here. You know, and what has something that stood out for me out here. I've never been, because I've been everywhere. I lived in New York. I was born and raised there. I lived in Los Angeles. Been living in Miami. This place right here, I've never seen this many brown people running shit all together. This is one of the most multicultural places I've ever. I'm like, okay,
Right.
my black and brown people really. It's hard to see somebody white out here. I'm like, oh, I mean, where I've been at.
Yeah.
Even in the mall or Starbucks, brown people running it. Usually the white people. So yeah, that's what I realized.
It's totally different from the climate in the States. Like being from here and living here, I can see also that diverse culture. Even when I go to the States, I'm like, whoa. But over here, it's a running joke. A lot of brown people here. A lot of black people too.
They ain't tell me nothing. I would have. They should have told me. I never got the memo.
The white people are more in the suburbs now. I think the immigrants are kind of pushing the white people out of Toronto right now, and that's why I also I feel like now we're bringing more immigrants too from European countries. I feel like that's gonna reset the balance because everybody always comes to Toronto and they're like, where are all the white people at? So you're not the first person to say that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's good though, with the multicultural stuff. Obviously, you can tell the difference here is there's a little bit less of a more active racism thing going on,
right?
Because of the diverse nature of the cities like Toronto. You go out, you see people from all over the place. You can see somebody from Nigeria, you can see somebody from Congo, somebody from Jamaica. Everybody just intermingles, and it's this beautiful thing that we have going on here.
This is white girl that I know.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to her on the phone, just regular. And she's like, you don't understand how hard it is for me to get a job out here. If you're not brown out here, it's hard. I'm like, wait, I've never heard something like this.
Right.
She's super white, blonde hair. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wow, I didn't look at it that way. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Toronto.
I mean, I think white people still can get jobs out here, but I feel the face of the city is more of the immigrants, the brown and the black people. We're very prevalent, so that's just more of the kind of people that you're gonna see when you go to the stores. So it's just a thing that for me personally, I like it. I love living in Toronto and just being surrounded by the multiculturalism that we got going on here. But
of course,
it also impacts greatly the creativity. I like to think that black people, we run things. The Latin culture too here is pretty big in Toronto. They're doing their thing. So I feel like the mixing of all of these create our own culture, the Toronto culture. You know what I mean? Even if you walk around, I know you were making a joke the other time about Scarborough. You walk around, you see our culture too. You see the way we talk. We got our own thing, our own convo, our own lingo, going on. So it's the creative blend of the way we talk. Even when you see people talking like they're Jamaican. You see people talking the little bit of a British accent.
Wagwan, fam, wagwan.
You know what I mean? What's going on, my youth? We talk kind of British, but at the same time Jamaican, sometimes Nigerian, African accent. It's all blended in the way we talk.
Yeah.
And also the diverse food that we have access to over here. You ever tried Nigerian jollof?
I have not.
Okay, so we gotta put you on that Nigerian jollof. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay. Okay, we gotta put you on that Nigerian jollof. Speaking about food, we've got these nachos sponsored by DND Bar. I'm gonna take a bite. Amazing. That is nachos sponsored by DND Bar, which is where we're filming today. Big shout out DND Bar, Sean, Breezy. You already know what it is. What do you think about the girls in Toronto? First off, I gotta ask: are you married? Are you in a relationship, situationship?
I'm single as fuck.
What do you think about the girls in Toronto?
They're pretty nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just nice.
Yeah. I mean, they're all right.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let one of them ruin everything else. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I know you're watching this.
Oh, there's someone you're speaking directly to right now?
Yeah, it should be stalking me, but yeah, no, I think they're nice. Yeah.
On a scale of like 1 to 10, what would you rate like the average beauty in Toronto right now? Compared to like where you're from. You're from Miami, where the girls walking around with BBLs, walking around looking like, models, Instagram models.
I'm not gonna rate these girls, but in Miami you're a bit spoiled. But I'm team natural, so forget all them BBLs and
Got you.
I'm good.
I mean, we don't see too much of that right now, but I feel like, we very much copy the States. So I feel like more and more, like a lot of girls are already doing it. They go out and get their BBLs, they're walking around in the mall, you see them, you're like, oh, wow, like, I wonder what she does. Whenever I see a girl that's like, full BBL, big tits, big ass, I'm just like, I wonder what she does. Like, why she need to carry
I don't know. I've never seen a girl with big tits and big ass and then thought to myself, I wonder what she does. I don't want to know. I know it's on OnlyFans, so
exactly. You know what I mean? The rise of OnlyFans these days. It's like I feel like a lot of people want to be Instagram models, but like, it's like everybody walking around like it's almost like when you ask what's your Instagram handle, you gotta ask like what's your OnlyFans handle as well, because everybody's got OnlyFans. Would you ever get an OnlyFans?
I have OnlyFans because OnlyFans was paying me. They were hiring non-adult creators to create their content that they currently have to show, you don't come to OnlyFans only for the sexual stuff. So they were paying like a bag, like, that shit lasted 2 months because they realized you were taking sand away from a beach. Like, it's just not, you think of OnlyFans, you're thinking exactly what it is. They were trying to change their image and remodel, and they threw a lot of money to it and it didn't work. So I do have an OnlyFans because I was just posting my comedy content there, but no. I mean, no judgment. Yeah, I'm judging.
Did you
But
did you see the news about Drake? His stuff got leaked.
Oh yeah, I saw a few memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you handle that? Like, if something like that happened to you?
Well, it didn't happen to him. Y'all think he leaked? Yeah, I think he was leaked.
So he did it himself?
Come on, bro. Ain't nobody leaking Drake. Come on. Look, I who compared to Drake am nobody. I still won't send a dick pic to a girl. Like, like I don't know where that's gonna end up at. And you really think Drake is not thinking like that? That's crazy.
Now that's what I said. I was surprised when I saw that because I'm like, Drake would really let his nudes get leaked?
No, man, he ain't doing none of that. That's wild. He's too smart for that. Maybe I'll give him the first 2 years when he came out, but now,
right, being as big as he is,
there's no girl in the world that's going to convince him. Let me send you this dick pic because you're not. I trust you. Like what?
Right, you just gotta be like. He don't even gotta do the talking. One of his guys is gonna be like, yo, like, you want to pull up on Drake, like, having a party, or like, you want to come hang out with Drake, and like, they pull up. You don't need to like convince them like, yo, look what I got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like he probably did that by himself.
Man, a girl who had that, she would have. You know how much money she would have made
to pay the blogs to like give that to them, right?
Imagine the blog being like, yo, we got Drake's dick. Tune in at 5.
Damage control.
We got Drake's dick.
Drake's team is like, oh, we gotta pay them not to release that right now. Send the funds, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it is a PR stunt.
Oh yeah, click here. We got Drake's dick. Like what? Everybody's clicking.
Yeah. I was wanting to ask you this though, like in your rise to fame, what is it like being a celebrity?
Strangers recognize you. It's That's pretty much it, you know. I mean, the way I you know, when people recognize me, I give them the same energy. Sometimes they're excited, I'll get excited with them. Yo, what's up? I'm like, yo, what's up? You just give them the same energy.
Right.
But it didn't really hit me till I went to like I went to London. I'm like, Tonio. I don't know what street we were walking in, but there was clubs on the side,
Right.
and the bouncers knew who I was. I'm in a different, like I'm on the other side of the world, like, you know, I'm over the water, and they knew who I was. That's when I was like, oh shit, this social media shit is real. So, yeah.
Did you ever like think that you were gonna get this level of fame?
No, I come from a poor family. I was in foster care. These are the things you don't think about. It's not for you. It's for people that got, you know, mom and dad, and everyone's happy. And I don't come from none of that. So no.
Okay. So how are you handling all the pressures that come with it?
Well, you know, when you come from where I come from, like, it's like my upbringing humbles me. You know, I don't. This shit could leave tomorrow. You know, I'm not gonna treat somebody different. Or, oh, you got a lot of followers. I mean, shit. Like, I'm no different than you. So I just come from that type of background that it wouldn't affect me. I can hang out with Kevin Hart today, you know, and then go chill with a stranger tomorrow that could provide me nothing. So
sounds good. I mean, I've been talking to you behind the scenes. I could tell you're real humble too, like, you know, and I feel like that's very important when you know, you get this level of fame, because how you relate to people is how they remember you, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that you're able to balance it all, you can talk to this person, talk to that person, and you're still yourself. You seem like a very authentic person.
Yeah.
You're always yourself. The only thing I would say though, like off camera, you're a little bit more quiet.
yeah, well, yeah, I got to think of a lot of shit.
True.
A lot of shit going on. So, you know, especially, but as people think that, they think these influencers, right? You see them online or whatever, they think they're like that all day, like,
Right.
oh my god, a dick pic, oh my god, like we're not, we're not. That's just when, you know, when you're doing certain things or you're acting a certain way, but like, you know, some people I think are like Kevin Hart. He's really like that.
All day, every day.
He's always like. When you talk to him, you feel like you're at a stand-up comedy show. I remember the first day I met him. Hey, Tone, Tone, come over here. Sit down over here. Like, I was like, first of all, he knows my name.
Right.
He carried his own name, Tone. But I feel like I'm watching a stand-up show, and we're just in his office talking regular. Like, Kevin, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Like, why are you like this right now? And so, let me tell you something. So I'm like, he's just like, I'm like, wow, this is really him. Like, he's just like that all day. You know?
I mean, yeah, you're gonna always like be authentic to yourself, you know. And I feel like for me too is the same thing. Like, you know, when I have to put up the persona of like, you know, I'm doing music, I'm doing a show, I'm meeting people, I gotta be extroverted, I gotta socialize. But like, when I'm like, you know, in my element of just like, okay, I want peace, I want to just like have a regular day. Like, I don't really want to be bothered. Like,
I think I'm like that. At sometimes I'm extrovert and other times introvert, you know. But if you would have had if you would have had like 4 naked girls in the car, I probably would have been lit. You know, it was just you. What you want me to do, bro?
Right. That's when you come alive and like, you know, you're like,
you want to be all live and it's just him.
Okay, so I'm really curious though. You know, talking about like, you know, bringing girls in the car, da 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 da. What's the craziest party you ever been to in Hollywood or anywhere in the world?
I've been to a few. I was at Jamie Foxx Christmas party, I think it was. His house. Wait, should this? Well, it's 2, but we were at his house. And, you know, this is like my first year in LA, and then I'm at Jamie Foxx's birthday party. And, you know, everybody's vibing, different things going on. Like, I'm just overwhelmed. There's so much going on. And then I swear, the way I remember it, it just happened in slow motion. I see Nicolas Cage. Whoa. Walking by, and he's walking by in slow motion. He's with like at least 2 baddies, 22, 23 tops, just walking by like that. And I'm there looking at him. And when he passes my eyesight, he does the look like that, and then just looks away like so disrespectful. Like,
It's like you wish you were me right now.
Yeah. And he just walked like that, and I was just like, and I was there with my man Rito, and I'm looking for Rito so I could tell him what I just saw. And then I finally find Rito, shout out to Rito Brown. And I told him, he goes, Nicolas Cage. And he's like, I swear. And I went, he was gone.
Yeah.
I couldn't find. I don't know if he went upstairs or there's like a private situation for see people. Never saw him again. I look like a liar, but I had just gotten it. There was no drinks. I wasn't I wasn't lit or nothing.
Yeah.
But I was just one of them. Another thing was I was another Christmas party, but this was for D. Ray Davis, and then someone crashed his party. Uninvited guest, Wesley Snipes.
No way.
He just showed up.
What the?
I don't know.
Wesley Snipes parties?
Yeah, Wesley Snipes parties. You know, I'm the only influencer that's ever did a video with Wesley Snipes. I just caught him at the right time, and we did a quick video.
Nice.
And this is when he was starting out his social media stuff.
He always looked serious. I never knew he had a party side to him. Yeah, because when I look at him, whenever I think of Wesley Snipes, it's just like Blade.
Yeah.
You know, action figure. You know, buff guy, like just always serious.
Taxes.
Right.
We gotta think of everything.
Yeah, that's true. But now, like, you know, I'm seeing that he's making a comeback. Like, I feel like missed.
He did good in that Coming to America too.
Yeah, that was funny. I didn't know he had a funny side until I saw that movie. Yeah, I feel like it's good to see also versatility in like creatives, like, you know, actors. So yeah, like I'm excited to see what new movies he's gonna be up to.
Yeah,
because I feel like we did miss a lot that he could have put out.
Yeah.
When he was, you know, locked up and they wouldn't let him out.
Yeah.
Shout out Wesley Snipes. So yeah, you saw Wesley Snipes at the party.
Yeah. No, it was just lit, just vibing. But I just found it funny, like,
what is he
Wesley,
doing here?
how do you just?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever been at a party that you're just like, what is going on right now? Like,
yeah, but I don't want to talk about that.
Can't talk about that on camera.
Nah.
Well, you seen some crazy shit.
Yeah, I saw a superstar doing some crazy drugs right in front of, like, just right there. Like, I'm like, bro, what? I'm talking about a Disney star. Just wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right there. It's like 3:00 in the morning. I was like, oh, okay, this is Hollywood.
I mean, that's like it's a Hollywood. Like, a lot goes on in Hollywood. Do you feel like, how do you separate yourself from all the craziness though? Like, how do you like, be like, yeah, nah, that's not me? Because I know there would be a lot of pressure to be like, oh, you got to do like drugs, or you got to do this, or you got to do that, or something like you're not comfortable with. How do you separate yourself, like, and be still cool with everybody that's like, you know, doing all of that?
It was never pressure.
Oh, really?
I just don't do it. It was really nothing. That's what they gonna do. Okay, cool, I'm gonna go home. Like, and no one ever pressured me like, yo, you should do this. Like, that's like those old school movies. Like, yo, you gotta do it or you're not cool.
Yeah.
Like, nah, everybody's just like, oh, that's not true. It's cool. Like, everybody's real.
Okay.
Like, you don't get treated differently, or I don't know. The way I was maneuvering and moving in LA, I got lucky. I met with the right people and moved the right way, and I saw some stuff going on, but it was never pressure applied or none of that stuff.
That's good though. That's good.
But the Illuminati told me to say that, so I'm not allowed to talk.
Yo, is the Illuminati real?
Well, if next couple of years you see me post a dick pic, you know.
There's your answer. So we're gonna be watching out for that dick lick. That dick lick. Bro, I can't even talk. You said Illuminati, and I lost my train of thought because I'm like, well, I gotta make sure I
just
don't
want
go
to be sure.
missing
You
and
said
shit.
we're gonna watch out for that dick lick. Why are you thinking like that?
I don't know. I just heard Illuminati. I'm like, fuck. Like,
Next question, please.
Oh my God. Another question I really, really wanted to know was, do people ever think that you are joking when you get angry because you're always being funny?
Oh yeah. Yeah, especially like if I meet a girl, we're getting in a relationship, we're like, I don't know whether you're being serious or like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like, I just said I don't like you doing that. Like, why would I be serious? Like, what are you talking about? So I get that. Yeah, it happens. You know, but once you get to know me and then you know.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So what is, let's go back to dating. What is like dating? What do you look for in a girl?
What I look for is a girl that wants to go 70-30, wants to pick me up and drive me around, I want to be able to support her and her OnlyFans. I want to record it for you, help you market it, and I want to help her get as much money as possible because if we get married and we break up, then she has nothing left. So we got to take care of her first.
Okay.
And if we go to a restaurant, I pay 70%. I mean, I pay 30%. She pays 70%.
Wait.
And that's exactly what y'all want us to be saying. No. They're right now like, oh my God, he's him. No. I just want to simplify it. I want a classy girl in the streets and a slut in the sheets. You know what I mean? Like that's just that simple, right? Someone who gets my humor, someone who's my biggest fan that wants to uplift me. And I am a man of 100%. We don't do 50-50. And listen, for the dudes that complaining about 50-50, just get your money up. You lying. It's all about that. Like, I see a lot of these podcast shows and these guys like, yeah, no, we go 50-50 because it's not fair and all that stuff there. Don't date, bro. Like, just don't date. Or be selective. Why are you picking every other girl? Of course you're going to go broke. You're going to go broke trying to date all these different girls, and then you're going to start complaining about 50-50. Be very selective, right? Because if you're very selective and you pick the right one, show her, yo, I can cover this, or I got this. Be a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? Open doors. Pay for that. So, yeah, you'll find the right one eventually, or date within your tax bracket, my brother. Like.
Got you. But I'm gonna try to play devil's advocate right now because
one of those.
Yeah, because now like I feel like, especially in Toronto, right? I can't speak on the States, but especially in Toronto, I feel like it'd be the girls in the hood like that be asking for Birkin bags. You know what I mean? Like it'd be the broke girls like they sleeping on the floor type shit, but when they go out, it's like, oh, I want a nigga to take me to STK. I want a nigga. Oh, what do you mean we're going to Moxie's? What do you mean we're going to we're going to Cheesecake Factory? But they can't even pay rent.
And those arguments are valid. Yeah. But this is the problem, right? Because there's men entertaining stuff like that, women are going to ask for whatever they can get.
Right.
It's up to you whether you want to give it to them or not.
Right.
If I just meet a girl and I take her out, she's asking for a Birkin bag, bruh. What? Like,
right.
No, I'm gonna drop you off at the nearest bus stop, but you know what I'm saying? But you're dating the wrong girls. Right. And also there's a lot of these guys on podcast shows complaining about girls having OnlyFans, yet men are the ones that are supporting.
Right.
That are supporting this. Why do men keep entertaining girls that do that?
I mean, you're right. If guys just went, we're no longer paying $5 to see girls show their titties,
it would all end.
Yeah. So it's our fault.
I bet you the same people that go on these podcast shows complaining are the same ones signing up, paying $5.99 to look at some ass.
And taking these girls to the expensive restaurants, doing whatever they want, paying their rent. You know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of that also has to do with self-reflection of self, right? Because people who are trying to show off they have money are the ones that don't have money, right?
Preach.
I mean, it's what it is, right? Sometimes they buy that Mercedes for the status,
right?
Not because the engine runs this way. No, it's just the status. Right. And these same guys are the ones that are taking these girls out and buying them certain things because they want to look a certain way, and nothing comes of it. You're right. So now this girl has. She has this false standard of false standards now because your dumb ass wanted to go buy her a Birkin and you couldn't even afford.
Right.
And then here comes me trying to look for something real, and it's all fucked up. And I just think it starts with men.
Yeah.
Right. Don't pay for the OnlyFans if you don't want girls to be doing shit like that. Just don't buy the Birkin.
Something crazy that happened to me recently.
If she ain't working.
Well, not too recent, but I'm just thinking back of this story where I met a girl, and a month into us like just talking, we're not dating, nothing, like we're just talking, we've been out on a few dates, and she hits me up one day and she's like, hey,
my rent's due?
Yeah, like not that the rent was due, but like, hey, I'm trying to move because I got a job at this da 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 da. So like I'm wondering if you can spot me. I'm like, what? Huh? We just met. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like these crazy, like I feel like girls will always test you, right? They want to like know what they can get out of you.
Yeah.
But it's a shit test. So it's like once, if for example I've been like, sure, yeah, I got you, I'm gonna send you the money, it will never stop there.
No.
You know what I mean? Like she's just like, yeah, got you. Hey, my phone bill's due. Yeah, I know we just met, but like, hey, I mean, but you were able to cover my rent the other time. What you mean you can't pay that now?
She's that comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
She's done it so many times, and it's worked. It's a numbers game.
Yeah, facts. So you got to know when to be like, hey, like, we just met. Sorry, I don't feel comfortable doing it. Because that once a girl knows, like, maybe you got some motion, whatever, and she's like, hey, you got my rent, and you say no, two things will happen. Guys, this is really important dating advice right now. Two things will happen. One, either she likes you and she's going to be like, okay, cool, no worries. I just thought I'd ask that she brushes it off. Or the next thing that girls do when they get rejected. You're broke. What you mean? What you mean you can't pay my rent? You don't got no money, huh? But you be flexing like you got money, da 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 da.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. So the answer that the girl gives when you tell her no is going to tell you what kind of girl you're dealing with. Straight up.
That's right, bro. Just get in a relationship as fast as you can and just get out this dating world. This shit's trash
right now, bro. Trash.
Yo, as soon as they invent time machines, I'm going back to 1930s. I'm gonna grab me a shorty, be like, yo, trust. Come with me, trust. Like,
you're gonna bring her to this?
Yeah,
time?
I'm gonna fuck up someone's future timeline because I'm gonna take his bitch in the past. Well, I'm gonna take his bitch's grandmother's mother.
Great grandmother.
Great grandmother in the past.
Yeah, but I think it only take 1 year in Miami, and she's like, check out my only.
Nah.
She gonna be like, how do you use these phones?
She gonna have value.
Cool. Oh, I just gotta do this. Oh, okay, cool. Titties.
Nah,
ass.
She gonna be right. Nah,
be, we ain't got girls, this in 1930s. Shit, I wouldn't be a wife if I knew they got this shit in the future.
Nah.
When I can make my own money, I got rights.
You sound like one of them bitches.
Nah, I be dealing with these bitches.
If you were a girl, you be out here selling. If you were a girl, you be out here. Pum pum everywhere.
I don't heard this shit a lot of time, bro. Like it's out here every day.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for like guys that don't really got like game, because it's not necessarily about having money. If a girl really fucks with you, if you got game, you don't really need to be spending all that money, all that cash on her. She's gonna be real with you. Cause like I have a lot of friends that like be up to all kinds of stuff. Like they got OnlyFans, da da da. But when they relate with me, that's why I get to see behind the scenes, right? When they relate with me, I'm like, damn, like these girls really do be testing niggas.
Yeah.
They do really be seeing what they can get out of guys. And like, I hear the behind the scenes. I hear them on the phone calls.
But men be testing women too. They be trying to see what they can get out of girls too.
But everybody knows that.
Everybody testing everybody.
Yeah, true. Which is why the dating game is like, it's all a facade, right? Everybody's putting up a facade. Everybody's just out to get what they want, right? It's not really like, I'm looking for something genuine, you're looking for something genuine anymore. Even in church these days, it's not Christian anymore. You ever been on Christian Mingle?
No, I've never.
Bro, dating is just trash everywhere, bro. It's like we need something to happen. But like you said, fellas, the most important thing is to get your money up regardless.
You know what's that something? What's gonna happen is they're gonna drop what do you call those bombs? The EMDs or
EMPs.
EMPs?
Have fried the whole internet.
They're gonna drop an EMP. Yeah. We're all gonna go back
to Stone Age.
To the Stone Ages, and we're gonna be dating girls within our zip code because
Right.
You can't really see past that.
Yeah, so I feel like you're right too. Social media has played a major role.
Yeah. Social media give you these false options. These people really think they got all these options.
Right.
And don't want to work on what you got right there because there's always going to be somebody better, somebody taller, somebody cuter. There's always going to be that. And I think a real relationship is not about finding the best person. It's about being the best version of yourself and working it out with this person. Like, I chose you. I don't care what comes after. Like, we're going to figure this thing out.
Right.
It's easier said than done.
True.
Yeah,
another thing that I'm really curious about is, so we're talking about money, you're in Hollywood and shit. You're out there in Miami. What's the craziest thing that you spend money on that? You know, it's just like, should I really be spending money on this? You're just like, damn, like,
I'm not a flashy person. I don't even have jewelry. Um, I mean, sometimes I look at my Uber Eats bill. I'm like, why am I doing this?
yeah.
But other
Uber
than that,
Eats.
I don't really. I take care of my family. Um, I do stuff like that. But I don't.
Mhm. That's good. So you're
No.
good. You're good with managing money.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You invest stuff like that too.
Yeah. I
That's
invest.
smart.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. Um, you ever have this situation? Because this even happens to me, right? You know, they talk about like day ones, people that used to know you before the fame. You ever
Mm.
have people like that, like reach out to you, like you changed or you switched up? They have all these
Yeah, it's been a few.
unrealistic demands, like, bro, but we know you got it. We know you
Yeah,
got it.
yeah. I mean,
How do you
it comes with
navigate?
the territory. I have I have so many friends that I've known for 20 years. Like most of all my friends, I've known them for so long. Like
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then there's this few. Like I don't know. I remember this one dude years ago. It was like, "Yo, post my dog page or something like that." Who knows when he sent it, but I never saw it. And then I get a paragraph like months later, but you changed, you this, that, and I'm like, yo, I never even saw your message. Like, what do you, I would have posted it, like, but I just saw how quickly this man changed up because I didn't post something from him,
Right.
and the entitledness that comes along just because I know you, I owe you something is wild. So as you grow, you filter those people out. It happens, and I block this dumbass.
I feel like sometimes that's the only solution, man. It's like, yeah, like if you're being that petty,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like those are also people that they don't understand what the life is like. They don't even know what's going on in your life, what you're dealing
no
with.
idea.
You know what I mean? But it's like once they don't get something out of you, it's like it's a personal beef, right?
No,
Automatic, like, yo, you can't do this for me, da 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 da. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's something that I remember when I was asking what it's like to be a celebrity, I was thinking you were gonna talk about that because I feel like it's something that you probably deal with very, very often. You know what I mean? But
no, not really. I don't deal with that
no,
often. No.
that's good then. You're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, they
Or
just
you just got a lot of real people around you.
yeah, I got a good circle
Mm-hmm.
behind me. And it's not like I'm online throwing money around, flashing it, because that'll really entice people. Like, yo, this man's throwing money off a balcony. Like, what's up? Like, So I don't be doing none of
Yeah.
that stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm sure those people get hit up all the time.
Got you. Mm-hmm.
Then they wonder why all the gold diggers are after you. Like, bro, you're online throwing hundreds on ass and a
Right.
Rolex. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's speak on mental health a little bit. Like we've seen certain kinds of comedians like that go off rail where people couldn't see past like the funny stuff. Like they're always always jovial, always like, what how do you navigate stuff like that with all this pressure, like life, being a comic, like people always think like everything is good, you're happy. Like how do you balance mental health with all of that?
Mm, just take time off. Sometimes I won't even touch. I won't even go on social media. Um, and I learned like the funniest people are the ones that are masking something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember I was in middle school and I was, voted funniest person in my class, and things like that. People didn't know during my whole middle school time I was in foster care,
Mm.
and they had no idea. I was just go to school regular. People had no idea, but I think mental health is something that people obviously should take serious. But checking in on people, even the ones that you think are doing good, are the ones you should be checking on the most. Because if you're thinking that, everyone else is thinking that, ain't nobody checking on him. So the person you think is doing the best, that's the person you should be checking in on. And what I do to balance it, I don't know. There's no secret to it. I just, when I feel like I should take a break, I take a break. If I feel like taking a shit, I go take a shit. I just
I feel like fucking a bitch, you go fuck a bitch.
no. We don't call bitches bitches.
Okay.
If I feel like sleeping with an individual that I care about and love and respect, then I would seek consent first. And yeah, 2024, bro. Get with the program.
I'm a rapper, so yeah, we talk like that. But part of my French.
Oh, yeah, I'm a rapper too. Condoms.
Let's talk about that.
Bars.
Let's talk about that. Being
What?
in this celebrity lifestyle, like, how do you prevent condoms being, a condom breaking, or like a girl trying to, like, steal your content, your material, your genetic material?
I don't think that happens to everybody. That's Drake level.
Mm.
Ain't nobody trying to steal my sperm.
You think so?
Yeah, bro. Ain't nobody trying. If anything, they're like, not chill, bro. Like, swallow a bit. Like, nah, ain't nobody trying to steal my sperm.
Really?
But yeah, well, you know,
Bro,
somebody that wants to.
these days, bro, like, people are vultures out here, bro. Like, they see a guy that's getting it, you got 1 million followers. Oh my God, Tonio, you know what I mean? Like, they wanna make you their baby daddy.
Maybe a few years ago, but like, I think everybody's an influencer now. Like, everybody's getting numbers. Ain't nobody trying to take my sperm. Like, bro, if y'all trying to take my sperm, you ain't gonna get shit. So, yeah, good luck with that.
You ever heard what they said where some celebrities, like, when they're done, like, they pour hot sauce in the condom?
No, they didn't say some celebrity. They said Drake. Why don't you want to say Drake? It's because we're in Canada?
Hey, man, I don't
They
want
said Drake did that. They said Drake did that.
Yeah.
Not some celebrities.
Drake.
Drake put some hot sauce.
Yeah.
I think it's clever.
Yeah, hey? I mean, you got to protect your content.
Exactly. Someone who's protecting his content like that, you really think is just going to send a dick pic out to somebody? No.
Exactly. So it all comes full circle. Marketing, publicity. It was definitely done purposefully.
Yeah. It's all good.
But now it's out. Everybody's seen it. A lot of girls, like, talked about it, and it seems like he has more potential roster of people that, would be down to, like, come to the parties and all of that to meet him. So
cheers to them.
Cheers to them. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Yes. If you guys are watching, check out the new movie. It's called A Hip Hop Story, written by Afion Crockett. You can catch me in that new movie. We are actually going to open it for Canada. We're going to be here first week of April. We're going to do a big premiere. A Hip Hop Story. It's a comedy movie. There's a lot of actors you know of. And Afion Crockett, he's a genius. He's a master, what do you call it? Impersonator. And the movie was done independently. He wrote it. Took like 4 years to put together, like writing it, just putting the ideas right, and celebrating the 50 years of hip hop, because Afion is 2 days shy of sharing the same birthday as hip hop as what we know it. But you guys have to really come see this movie for the culture and just because it's a good movie. It's funny.
That's fire. I'll definitely be checking that out. You guys go check out
A Hip Hop Story.
You played a role as
Jay-Z's manager. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's real funny.
What was that like, embodying that character?
It was pretty easy because Jay-Z's manager was a dude from the Bronx. He was Latino. I'm from the Bronx. I'm Latino, so it wasn't that difficult.
Nice.
Right, but the way he spoke, he had a little funny list to his words, so we exaggerated on that when we did his character. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Another question that I was going to ask you is, where is your favorite place to travel to in the world?
Favorite place to travel to? Dominican Republic.
Which is where you're from?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love traveling over there.
Because of family, or just the atmosphere?
Just the cultural aspect, to know my ancestors are from here, and the Dominican Republic is just such a special place. So many people there are filled with so much joy with the little they have. I just love being a part of that type of energy. You come back over here, you're less stressed about shit. Like, I'm over here worrying about, I broke my iPhone.
Right.
And you're in the Dominican Republic trying to wash your clothes with water you barely have. So but it's my favorite place to travel to.
Nice. Very humbling. what do you think, in your opinion, does money bring happiness?
You know, I thought about that before. People are like, yo, money doesn't bring happiness or whatever. And then somebody was like, well, only broke people say shit like that. I mean, it does, bro. To an extent, it does. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yo, if I got all these bills to pay,
Right.
I'm stressing. I'm in the house trying to think about what I'm gonna do. And then somebody just drops off $100,000. Do you not understand how happy I will be? The smile on my face with all them with 100,000 right now. Give me 10,000. You know how happy I will be to go pay this bill, don't pay this bill. You know what I'm saying? Go buy my aunt's son, go buy my family son real quick. I will be happy. So yeah, money makes me happy. I make people happy.
Okay.
And if you say otherwise, fuck you. Give me your money then.
Right.
Give me your money if you ain't happy.
No, I think you're right. Money does facilitate happiness,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say money is happiness. I would say money is more like a tool that makes it easier for you to achieve the level of happy that is personal to you. You know what I mean? Because happiness, in my opinion, is subjective, right? Because I feel like a lot of people that are going through a lot of mental health issues don't have that type of support. There's a mental health crisis right now worldwide, but even in Canada here, like we've got some of that going on right now, and
Yeah.
there's not adequate help for those people that are going through that. So I hope that, in the future, but it starts with us. It starts with, people that are close to them. Like you said, check on your friends.
Check on your
You know what I
friends.
mean? Yeah, check on the people you care about, be genuine. Not just asking, because like in Canada here, we have this thing where it's like it's a niceness, but it's a fake niceness. If I ask you, how are you, it doesn't mean I give a fuck.
Right.
It's just something to say.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like people that are closer to people, they gotta like really like double down and be like, how are you really doing? Like, you got any problems? Now I'm not saying if I ask you that, you gotta be like, yeah, I gotta pay my rent.
Yeah.
My rent's due. You're gonna send me some money. Like, what I mean? Nah, it's not that, but it's just like the genuine knowledge of like, yeah, someone cares about me. Because sometimes that's all it takes. You know what I mean?
That's all it takes.
Yeah. But thank you so much for coming on the pod. I
For sure.
appreciate you doing this. Once again, guys, this is Tonio Skits in the Cut and the Role Models podcast. And I am once again your host, Prophett. And I'll see you in the next episode. We out.